by Sling. Where's Kathleen? Okay, right there. Just there.
Here we are live in Navan in Simonstown, and of course we're celebrating FlexiBus. They do this every year and the hall is just jam-packed inside, but what's really important is it's not just a rural link. There are more services out there that really make a difference to your life and your quality of how you experience what's happening in the world in general. And especially when you get to a certain stage in your life, you do like to know that there are support systems out there. And what's really, really important is that you have a community guard. I'm joined here by Stacey Looby. I'm very delighted to have you.
Thanks very much for having me.
Listen, when we say community guard, what exactly does it mean? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people just tuning in now that don't even know about it.
So basically, community guard is, we have 5 community guards here in Navan. We're all dedicated to an area. So we go into that area and we get to know the people, you know, more personally. We would set up neighbourhood watches, and where we would go in, meet the people on maybe a one-to-one basis, or we can meet them in a group. They come and talk to us about issues, and through that then we would keep in contact more on a personal basis. There's also text alert systems we can set up as well. So basically you're getting to know your area more and more, and there's more of a link between you and the people in that area.
Can you see the results really quickly when you give the reassurances? Is it over phone or do you call out in person? What way does it work?
You can do both, but I find calling out in person is better. They're seeing you face to face. You can have that more of a connection with them. So I find with that there is better, you know, there's more trust, and they can ring you quicker or contact you quicker, because they feel when you meet them face to face, they've met you. So it's not just someone over the phone. They can see the person they're actually connecting with.
We're a real community, aren't we, of cups of tea and sandwiches, and it's lovely when you can sit down with somebody. How vital is that, do you think, for the community at large to keep that going?
Yeah, I think it's very vital. I think it is the key, to keep the trust between the community, and even just from a social aspect for people, like people here today, take away that loneliness. To have that, I think it's very vital, and hopefully it'll continue. Yeah.
I think that's one of the things with FlexiBus we can see from inside. There's such a large number of people here today as well, and you can see their faces are bright and alive, and we don't realise that there are a lot of people who are still at home who are isolated, aren't they, really?
Yeah, like FlexiBus, it's so good. Like it really is. It takes away maybe that loneliness. People that are at home on their own, brings them in. It's a social aspect. There's people in there today who are sitting beside people they've never met before. So again, they're meeting more new friends, and it's just a brilliant service. Yeah.
We were a generation where, I know my granny used to stick pieces of paper on and stick the door on the latch and close the door over. That's long gone now, unfortunately, because of the community at large. But there are simple things that you advise people to do, and you could do maybe 1 or 2 things that offhand you can think of that might help them yourself.
Yeah, like if you're, you know, coming into the darker season now, if you have an alarm, use the alarm, or lights, keep your lights on, turn on lights if you're going away, or even contact a neighbour. If you are going away and leaving your house, just contact a neighbour, let them know, let them check in, or even ring us here in the station, and then we'll know, well, this house is vacant for a week, or, you know, and we can keep an eye on the house as well.
You see, the face of, I think, the Gardaí has changed really as well, because we used to think that we had to ring when it was like life or death situations. Now you seem to be more accessible, which I think that's a really good thing as well. So where can they get you? If they go, is there a phone number, or they just go on Facebook or Google you?
Yeah, there's a range of ways. They can ring 24 hours a day. They can ring us. They can go on Facebook either and link there, or like that. They can just Google, if they want to Google An Gardai station and get their number and ring us. Yeah.
It's not a 999 number though.
No, it's not a 999. It's a station number. The 999 number is always available too for any emergencies, but just the station number they can ring, and they can talk to An Gardai, or even us if they wanted to put through as community guards, they can put directly through us as well.
I think it's a fantastic service, and as I said, we're here today in Simonstown. We're celebrating something very important, which is the rural links that keep us all connected together. Society might have changed, but the hearts and the genuine love and compassion that's happening here today, it's just fantastic, and I'm lucky to have one of the best people who's supporting that as well, and it's a member of our community, which is vital. Our Gardaí are making a difference, and guys, if you're feeling isolated and you need to be updated or you need to be connected with your community guard, just reach out. I think, you know, it's the key. Again, Stacey is here beside me, and there are a few others in-house as well that can take the calls too.
Absolutely, yeah. And anyone in the station will take the call as well. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Here we are live in Ireland, in Simonstown, and this is the FlexiBus celebration.